Hey, so it is day one of whatever this is. It's 10:40. I slept in kind of late, didn't set an alarm because last night when I went to sleep, I was really hoping that I wouldn't wake up with a fever. I was feeling really sick yesterday. So I feel pretty great and let's see what happens. So before I can actually start doing anything with my day, I need to go take care of some cats. One of them needs some medicine every 12 hours or else its heart will stop or something. So gotta run, gotta take care of that. So I've been wondering what to call this thing, and another vlog that I really like is called the DailyZ. And I was thinking, hey, well he just took the word daily and added V because that was the beginning of his last name. So for me, simple, that'd be DailyZ. Now, that's not bad. And then of course a couple episodes later he's like, I really wish someone would make the DailyZ. So I think unless I can think of something better in like the next 8 hours, that's what it's gonna be. So yes, by the way, right now I am driving. This is on my steering wheel. I'm kind of regretting this, so I'm gonna shut it off. This is Amelia. I don't see Rocky around yet. He'll show up sooner or later. Basically, what I have to do is make sure they have food and water, put some pills and some treats. Feed it to the cat. If the cat tastes the pills, the cat throws up. That's horrible. So I gotta be kind of careful with this. Oh, here's Rocky. Alright, so I got the pills in there. I just need to smush it all down. Here's the ball of goodness. Here you go, Rocky. You can do it. Oh no. Rocky. No, don't look at me. Rocky. Oh no. Okay. So I've got a call at 12. It is right now 11:20. Driving here takes a little while. Dealing with the cats takes a little while. Gotta make sure they have food and water. Sometimes I let them out. Most of the time, at least once a day, I let them out for a really long time, but they'll go out there for a couple hours. I can't do that right now. So, Rocky, you gotta eat this. I can't leave either, because then Amelia might eat it. She doesn't need those heart meds. Ah, dear Lord. Alright, I think he ate it. Did any of the pills fall out? No. Good job, Rocky. Now, I've got to make sure they've got food and water. I can't believe that's how the sausage is made. That's ridiculous. This is from St. Patrick's Day. I'm back. I got 15 minutes before my next call, and I can't put that on camera, I think, because I know at least one of the projects I'm working on is under an NDA. So real quick, before my meeting starts, I think network TV is garbage. I think it's complete garbage. You spend so much of your time watching very packaged, similar, whatever content that's sandwiched in between a crap load of bad commercials. It's a waste of your life, or I think it's a waste of my life. And so the reason why I'm doing this vlog at all is because for the first time in history, in human history, the creation and dissemination of video doesn't really cost that much. So that means that I can do a vlog about my life, what's being a freelance programmer like. If you can wake up and you can do whatever you want with your entire day, how does that, what does that life look like? And that's what I have. So I need to make sure that I don't waste it, number one, but number two, that other people can see. Because what if they want to do this? How would they know if this is a path that they'd want to take? And so network TV is garbage, but imagine if you could go and you could watch inside the lives of any number of different people. Imagine you're in high school and you're kind of like, what do I want to do with my life? Well, if there are a bunch of people who did this, you could go find out. You could go see. And so this is the kind of world that I want to see. So that's why I'm doing this. Well, I just got done with my call. I've got another call to set up for later today at some point. Somebody called me and they're like, hey, can you build a website? I'm like, maybe. I'm not sure I'm the best fit for you, but we could definitely talk. So now I gotta get some coding in. So I'm gonna head down to Starbucks and plug in. All right, but before we go down there, I'm gonna go barge into Oliver's place. There's this building that I live in, and there's this building that he lives in. Then this isn't really an official path, but the construction guys put all this wood down. I use it. The official path is over at the end of the building. I don't actually know if he's here. I'm creeping. I don't see anything. I think we'll have to try again later. So some girl just got out of her car, went up there. I feel weird. I feel weird holding this thing and talking to it. All right, we're off to Starbucks. So there are two ways to cross that intersection. Up at the crosswalk, you walk down here, then you only have to worry about two ways of traffic, and you hope for a break, and then you run for it. That's what I'm doing. And here is Starbucks. I'm not taking this camera recording inside because I feel weird. Hey, it's really cold outside. It is now about 3:30. I'm gonna head back. I think I'm gonna swing by Oliver's too. His car is still here. Haha. So heading back from Oliver's, if all goes well, he won't be here this weekend. Whoa. And we are back. Went and grabbed some dinner, had to recharge the battery for this camera, and now off to take care of some cats again. I'm back home, cats are good, which means that I won't need to take care of them over the weekend, which will be really nice. And so, I have no idea what I'm doing with this vlogging stuff. I just got this camera yesterday, taking the video. I still don't really know how to get it onto my computer, and then don't know how to put it into a video. So that'll be happening shortly. Now, day in review, I couldn't talk about one of the things, probably the major thing that I did today, because I'm under an NDA, because the founder is like, he got funding, it's his first time doing something, he's worried somebody will steal his idea. Well, number one, I don't think anybody will steal his idea, and number two, anybody who does won't execute better than me, so it doesn't matter. Now, in a given day, I've got about 3 to 4 hours of like real hardcore programming time. So head down, head in the code, like in the dirt, figuring this stuff out. And after that, I run out. That's when my willpower runs out. And so I need to replenish that with other activities. So a lot of reading, a lot of all kinds of stuff. But probably the biggest thing that I've figured out, when I say figured out, I mean talked with other people, read about, thought about, learned, I don't mean just me, is that code itself, like, this will be an aside for technical people, code itself, the most important parts of a program can't be represented through the actual text of the code. And it's those parts, what's selected from the real world and how that's represented in software, that are the most important parts of the code. Because those are the parts that minimize switching costs. The biggest lacking thing in any code base is human comprehension. So if a code base optimizes for that, then switching out new team members, switching out feature sets, switching out anything that involves a human understanding and changing it, you've minimized that cost, and that is far and away the biggest cost of every program. And so, of course, this is modulated by what kind of technical requirements do you actually need? How many requests do you need to serve a second? How available does this need to be? There are like all kinds of technical considerations of different levels of scale. But those all change based on circumstance. The one thing that doesn't change is human comprehension. Right now, there's no tool that exists that increases this, makes it easy for teams to get new people on, take them off, whatever. And so, the reason I dove into this is because I can only spend 3 or 4 hours a day on client work. I can get a crap load done in that amount of time. But after that, I need to do other things. That doesn't mean that I only spend 3 or 4 hours a day working. The difference between me and somebody who works at a company is that I can do whatever I want with all my time. And so one of my biggest problems is figuring out, what should I be doing? What is the best use of that? Not many people have the chance and opportunity that I do. So can't waste it. If 0% is in bed with a migraine, no stimulation, no noise, no sounds, no thoughts. If that's 0%, then yesterday night I was at 30 to 40%. This morning I woke up at like 70 to 80%. I've been able to get out mostly a good day. This is a thing where if I can figure out how to raise the level of human comprehension of the way that you can communicate around a code base, and I can build a tool set around that that's useful and valuable for other programmers, then if you increase the productivity of programmers, you increase the total output of this world by a huge amount. And that's a goal that is worth going after. That's a goal that it doesn't really feel like, it's not the same. It's not part of that 3 or 4 hours. Like the fact that I'm tired as crap and I'm still doing this is because I know that what I learned from this, it's like a brick. I'm kind of laying bricks, and I'm laying bricks for something that I really care about and not something that's not mine. So it's not the same kind of work as client work. And so I still got to do client work, still got to like pay rent, still got to like still need to be useful for other people and figure out what is actually needed here. So it's really useful in that sense. There's a concept in gaming called mass gaming. So if you want to get good at a given game, at a given role in a given game, or whatever it is, then you have to go play hours and hours and hours every day of that same thing over and over and over and repeat. Like just over and over and over. There are people, if you go onto Steam where you can look at people's total game times, it's insane. People have tens of thousands of hours into a single game, sometimes into a single, very single role, single thing. And so, same thing applies here. I gotta mass game video. I gotta learn how to tell stories through this.